HbbTV is TV streaming the way it should be. A place where viewers quickly find their favourite programmes, whichever streaming service it's on. A place where they easily discover new shows all within one seamless entertainment experience. No more cumbersome navigation between all those channels and apps on your TV. No more countless hours sliding between free content and subscriptions. Less searching, more watching. It's time to raise expectations and lower the bill. With more than 210 channels, including 100 plus HD on top of Freeview, 60,000 plus hours including high quality on-demand box sets and movies across our 40 plus free and premium apps. Find what you want to watch quickly. Subscribe on your own terms, time and place. Remove all the barriers of entertainment and get ready for a new, simpler experience for less. HbbTV. Stream big. Spend small.
Don't turn off your audience when you turn on advertising. HbbTV's simple yet powerful dynamic ad insertion solution keeps your audience captivated and monetizes your content from day one. Because your audience deserves ads that don't buffer, don't drop engagement, and don't interrupt the viewing experience. With ad blocker immunity and compatibility across any HLS or Dash compliant device, we help your ads reach a bigger audience. Our experts work with you to optimize your campaigns, ensuring the best price per ad through a unified auction process. All this means you boost revenue while sending the right ads to the right people in the right place and on the right device. Fast-track your DAI launch and go live in weeks, not months, increasing viewership and building loyalty right from the start. Our ad insertion solutions work on OTT, broadcast, FAST, HbbTV, and next-gen TV platforms to unify your monetization offering and future-proof your growth. At HbbTV, we use our end-to-end portfolio to create future-proof, greener innovation for our customers. It's what we get excited about. So turn on your advertising, captivate your audience, and catapult profits with HbbTV.
Hello and welcome to the first out of 3 editions of the preview event HbbTV Demo Live. It's an event previewing the HbbTV Symposium and Awards taking place later this year in Prague on November the 9th and 10th. We've got 5 major market players for you, telling you what you need to know about what they will show you at the event, and of course anything else that is of importance for you so you can plan your trip. And I'll tell you later about the ticket availability and about the venue. We've got 5 speakers. From Kineton we've got Pasquale, from NetGem we've got Mathieu, from TiVo we've got Daniele, from Sofia Digital we've got Juha, and from Ateme we've got Philip. Welcome to all of you. And my first speaker, my first guest today is Pasquale from Kineton, major player over in Italy. So let's have the link to Italy. And hello, Pasquale.
Hello, thank you, Joe. So we, as Kineton, we will present in Prague at symposium, and we will present a new product regarding the harness, the test suite for HbbTV. But today I will show you the state of art in Italy for our customer regarding the targeted advertising. So we can proceed. Yes. In Italy, we work with a lot of local broadcasters. So for TA, for the replacement, there is a lot of things to do. But for the local broadcaster, the main point is the cost, because to set up the end-to-end chain to AD replacement is very, very expensive, because they have to specific layout to generate the events, they need to have an encoder, and they need to have to generate stream events. Also, the specification, the HbbTV specification, the core specification is available for all, but the HbbTV TA specification is available under an economic contract. So with this customer, we work with a different approach. Next slide, please. The idea is have a sort of a pre-roll on a linear channel, a jump to HD IP channel, and more IP channel on one LCN. The first approach is this. The broadcaster has the traditional linear channel, terrestrial or satellite. When the user tunes to a linear channel, the HbbTV application starts and calls the AD server. In this case, the application sends to the AD server some metadata to receive a target advertising. And the application receives this target advertising and plays a pre-roll video as skippable. This is important because when we use a pre-roll and skippable, the value is higher. Usually the pre-roll lasts about 50 seconds, and there is a frequency cap, so the user can watch the AD 2 times per day. And then after the AD, the application returns to a linear channel. In this way, the broadcaster can monetize something without have a specific infrastructure, but they have only the HbbTV application. The second approach is we call jump to HD IP channel. In this case, the broadcaster has only a linear channel without audio and video, but only a message. Connect your TV to internet to watch the content. In this way, the broadcaster can use a very low bandwidth. The important thing is the PID for HbbTV. And the approach is the same. When the user tunes to the linear channel, the user see this message, and the application play the pre-rolls. And then after the pre-rolls, there is an IP streaming. So the broadcaster can use a digital terrestrial low bandwidth, but after the pre-roll, the user can watch an HD IP streaming. So the pre-roll is unskippable, and the broadcaster can show content with a high definition. This is a good approach because it's cheaper than having to an HD channel on a linear terrestrial or satellite signal. The last approach that we have in Italy, next slide, please. The last approach is to have more IP channels on one LCN. The idea is very simple. There is no video audio inside the linear channel, but we have a one national channel and with the different IP streaming. So based on region, each broadcaster can have a specific IP streaming. So the user, if start if tuned to the channel, can watch a specific IP channel with a simple preload. The idea is very simple and is very cheaper for the broadcaster that can monetize their content. And we will show this demo live at a symposium in Prague next November.
That's great. And targeted advertising, as you were just saying, is of course a very important topic at the conference program. Also, of course, at the exhibition where you'll be part. And we're just mentioning the demo that you're going to show. Can you maybe just quickly say something on the significance of targeted advertising in the market? How do you think this will develop?
This target advertising is very important because maybe next year the cookie will be removed. So the idea is to have a target advertiser to optimize the media company budget. So if we can target a specific cluster of a user, this amount of budget can be useful in an optimal way, so they can spend to the target.
So targeted advertising will play an increasingly important role in the budgets of the advertisers. And of course, it's players like Kineton that assist the companies and the market players to make use of these opportunities. Yeah. Thank you, Pasquale. We're looking forward to meeting you in Prague. Now let's go over to Mathieu from NetGem. NetGem, actually a French company, but they've got a strong foothold in the UK as well. And I think you're actually based in the UK, Mathieu, is that right?
That's right. Hi, everyone, and thanks for inviting me, Jorn and Andrea.
You're welcome.
You're right. I'm calling right now from the office in London. By the way, the NetGem team is very excited to participate to the symposium in Prague, in beautiful Prague, I should say, on the 9th and the 10th of November. I'm Matt Gariani. I'm in charge of product and head of delivery at NetGem. Just a quick intro. I know we don't have a lot of time. For those who don't know NetGem yet, NetGem is a 25-year-old company which started with the vision that eventually the internet and the TV worlds will merge. So very much in line with the HbbTV paradigm, in fact. Based on our developing a hybrid product and a strong tech background, very strong tech team at NetGem. In the past 10 years, we have evolved to become a service company, being the first to propose an end-to-end TV service to prestigious clients all over the world, mostly in Europe, ranging from telcos to media companies such as Elisa in Finland, Gaumont in France, or another one, TalkTalk in the UK. We have about 5 minutes, so I'm going to introduce you now to our beautiful platform, NetGem TV, live from the London office. In fact, we're going to look at the latest TalkTalk branded variant of the platform. TalkTalk is one of the 16 telcos in the UK who trusted us for their TV service, a fully managed TV service. So the first thing you notice is that we are landing on a free view play screen, which is highlighting a strong prominence of the UK broadcasters such as BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5, all the players, of course. And as I go down here, you'll see deep links to recommendations that we are surfacing directly on the UI. So all of these recommendations are actual deep links into the players. So this one, for instance, is going to launch hopefully iPlayer, and then deep link into the iPlayer to the program I selected, which is about Elon Musk, I believe. Right. Okay. We built this together with Freeview and with Digital UK to offer this deep link recommendation across all the different players to provide a unified discovery experience to the end user. Now, if I go to the right-hand side of this avenue, I will have genre-based recommendations, which are mixing not only the Freeview Play UK broadcaster services, but also Netflix, now Amazon Prime Video, Rakuten TV, and plenty other content partners that we have. Now, if I zap to channel, so I'm going to zap to BBC Two here. I chose BBC Two because there is a hybrid TV stack here. There's an HbbTV stack, and normally I should see, there you go, green button appear on the corner, which is inviting me to watch from start. So if I press the green button on my remote control, it will launch iPlayer, and it will restart the current program. So that's one of the examples of things we do using HbbTV tech stack. Another one, if I press 555, you will see an accessible TV guide. We're very proud of this one, working with Freeview and Digital UK to provide a fully accessible text-to-speech, a voice TV guide with audio description, subtitles, and sign language. Now, if I go back here to the main avenue and I go to the left this time, I have a personalized area with last watch channels and programs, to my watch list of programs and also favorite channels, as well as recordings. I go further to the left-hand side, and we talked about ad-based channels earlier, or ad insertion. This is approximately 100, I think there's a bit more actually, fast channels that are available on our service, coming from various content partners. They're all in HD, and they're also available in the program guide. If I go back, if I go to the left, sorry, we have also a unified search feature, which will search across all the content partners, be it broadcasters in the UK, services such as iPlayer, I mentioned earlier, ITV Hub, All4, My5, etc. But also, you see it searches on Netflix, Amazon Prime Video now, and many more. To be honest, there is more. I could tell you there's plenty of things, and there's extra things that are exciting, but we need to keep a little bit for the symposium. So please join us on the 9th and the 10th of November on our stand at the 10th HbbTV Symposium. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you for this demo live from the UK, showing UK television. And of course, Freeview TV and NetGem TV are great examples of how HbbTV and the capabilities of HbbTV can be used to integrate the broadcast and the IP world, and also using the capabilities of HbbTV in this sense. And we'll see more of that in Prague from you. So thank you very much for this live presentation. Now let's go over to Italy, back to Italy, where Daniele from TiVo is waiting for us. Also a platform making great use of the capabilities of HbbTV, and no one better than Daniele can tell us all about TiVo's involvement.
Hi, Jörn. Thanks, and good afternoon, everyone. Today I won't show you any product demo, but I will talk to you about the Italian HbbTV conformance regime, from the certification to the communication phase. Before talking about that, next slide, please. Just a few words on TiVo. That is the Italian joint venture owned by Rai, Mediaset, and Telecom Italia that manages TiVoSat. TiVoSat is the first Italian free-to-air satellite platform that gives free access to Italian mainstream TV channels, including more than 70 HD and Ultra HD channels. And is still growing, almost 3 million households and 4.5 million smart card activated so far. Well, apart from TiVoSat, TiVo has a strong role as a certification entity. Next slide, please. And it has been present with its quality labels for HbbTV devices since the early adoption of HbbTV back in 2016. Since then, we certified 70 HbbTV TV and set-top box platforms, more than 7 million HbbTV devices on the field. And we run interoperability testing for 2 main Italian HbbTV broadcaster applications, but probably more has to come. So far, we certified many TiVo makers and 1 set-top box maker. Next slide, please. Here's an overview with big brands coming next year. And in the next slide, Our conformance regime was designed and improved to avoid the interoperability issue, simplify the certification process, and reduce costs for the manufacturers, but in the end, help the customers to select a proper device for their needs. That's why we created La TV Bollino, a unique HbbTV quality label that helps the final customer to understand that the La TV device is future-proof, since it was certified for tribal front-end, digital terrestrial, satellite tuner, and HbbTV interactivity. Obviously, behind that, we constantly improve the certification process by updating the test suites and punctually, I hope, supporting manufacturers. In the next slide, you can see a quick overview of how the certification works. Each platform is certified against the last official HbbTV test suite and the proper TV test suite built with the help of our partner Eurofins. These test suites can be tested in advance by each manufacturer before the certification that is run in Kineton Lab and lasts 3 weeks. At the end of the process, the device maker can get the La TV label. But here comes the final part of the wheel. In the next slide. Since we do certification, but we also invest a lot in communication. And through our La TV label and this crazy early adopter, Hugo the Chameleon, we want to communicate to the final customer that when they buy a new device, they always can find this label that is perfect both for them and broadcaster needs. Now I want to show you a video where you can find Hugo and his friends ready for the next Qatar World Cup. In fact, all the World Cup matches will be available in 4K definition on TVSat on channel Rai 4K. All you need to have is a La TV certified device. You can play the video. Okay, while the video starts, I'd like to...
Vuoi vedere i mondiali del Qatar in ultra definizione? Con TVSat è come essere allo stadio. Basta una parabola satellitare e una cam 4K certificata TVSat. Inseriscila nel tuo TV Ultra HD e vai su Rai 4K al canale 210. 56 partite, tutte in diretta e in Ultra HD dal 20 novembre su Rai 4K. TVSat, la TV gratuita via satellite.
Okay, thank you. See you in HbbTV Symposium in Prague. I'll be there on day 2 on stage for the roundtable about European certification regimes.
Exactly. Very good for you to mention that, because this will be one of the main parts of the conference program, this big roundtable, really huge session involving all market players that are relevant, because it is a very relevant topic, conformance regimes, and of course securing interoperability, because that way it ensures that the HbbTV expectations, the HbbTV specifications this way, are correctly being used on the devices, on the smart TV sets and on the set-top boxes, to ensure a smooth and really enjoyable viewing experience by the viewers. Because if that doesn't work, you got all sorts of trouble. And of course, as usual, technology is at its best when it's invisible. So a great roundtable waiting for you at the symposium. Daniele from TiVo will be part of this roundtable, and I very much look forward to that one. Thank you for now, and we'll see you in Prague. Now, from the south of Europe, let's go to the north, all the way to Finland, where Juha from Sofia Digital is waiting for us. Hi, Juha.
Hello, Jan. Hello, everyone. Very much a pleasure to be here again, speaking and also at the symposium. And yeah, so Sofia Digital is once more there on the symposium, and we have quite a number of exciting demos there. So let's go through them. Next slide, please. Yep, so we have a new product called the Sofia Backstage Application Editor. Then familiar from the IPC, recent IPC, we will show the DVB-I demos using the cam trigger and also integrated with the Intertrust XCA solution. And then as a new development in Finland, we have an HbbTV conformance testing portal coming up this year. And of course, we will have our other demos, all the production applications that we have done for our various customers in the past years. So next slide, please. This is the Sofia Backstage application editor. This is actually a rewrite of our previous tool that we made for our local partner in Finland. So this is used for participation-based applications, and this is now completely rewritten in a new framework. So very easy to use and very quick to deploy applications together with price draws and voting and so on, and also not only tied to a certain programming, but also can be information portals and so on. So we will be showing that, and it's also participating in the HbbTV awards. Next slide, please. Then we have the DVPI operator app triggered from the CAM. So as was in IBC, Sofia Digital and a company called Twice, we work together to bring this CAM triggered operator app stored in the CAM and then launched to the TV and replacing the user interface and so on, and completely now integrated with the DVPI CSR and DVPI service list. So you should come and check that out. Next slide, please. Then we have the XCA system, which is built together with Intertrust. We partnered with them during the last IPC, and it offers direct-to-TV services with the XCA system. So for us, the main point here was the easy API integration, that we were able to build an XCA-compatible operator app together with the DVPI system very fast, and this is very exciting solution for people who don't want to play with the cams and so on anymore, and offers a really good solution for TV and OTT convergence. Next slide, please. Then this is the main thing that I have been working during the past year. So we have built a new conformance tool for the Finnish HbbTV platform. We do have a very lively and active HbbTV platform in Finland. And this is a new portal that is aimed at all players, the manufacturers mainly, but also for broadcasters, operators, and application providers to find the relevant up-to-date HbbTV platform information from one place, and certainly now in Finland. And this also enables self-testing through the well-documented and easy-to-follow field test tasks, and this also offers a test and issue tracker. And the main thing that this is now open to all and opens in October 2022. So this year, this month, with the trial phase. So it will be operational very soon. And of course, this is extendable to cover other countries' requirement as well. So, for example, in Singapore, where we have delivered our solutions as well. And of course, then we do have targeted advertising, as we had in IPC 2022, and all the OTT portals and live demos of our production applications from around the world. So when you come to visit our stand, we can show you whatever you like to see. So please visit, and I will be also participating in the conformance panel at least. So really looking forward to it. Thank you.
That's great. So many things to see from you. It's definitely worthwhile checking out your stand, and yes, of course, look forward to your participation in the conformance regimes roundtable. This will be also very interesting for the industry. So thank you very much at this point, and look forward to meeting you back again in Prague. Thank you, Johan.
Thank you.
Now from Finland, let's go back to mainland Europe in France. We have Philippe from ATEM waiting for us, who's also going to be at the symposium. And Philippe, what have you got for us?
Well, hello, Jörn. Hello, everybody. Thanks for this opportunity to talk. Today, I'd like to talk to you about ad replacement. It has been tackled already by Pasquale at the beginning of the session, and I'd like to complement that with what we can offer at ATEM. So I have a few slides for you here to talk about this. So let's start with why we want to do that. It may be obvious, but it's good to put that into consideration. In traditional broadcast, we would have a lot of ad opportunities, a lot of ad views. But at the end of the funnel, the number of potential customer is greatly decreased because the content is not necessarily targeted to the person that are watching. Whereas in addressable advertising, you may have fewer number of ad views, but the conversion rate that you have for the ads is much higher. And this is what is important in addressable advertising. So we get a number of potential customer that is interesting. So you may argue that these are illustration figures, of course, and you may argue that, well, at the end of the day, we have the same number of potential customers. But what's important is that when you put this at scale, and if you see that in the next slide, we then have using the conversion of multiple. If you can go to the next slide, please. Yeah, if you have multiple inventories and a split of the inventory and possibility to multiply this by the number of users, we can then have a very large number of potential customers for addressable advertising. So this is what is key in this system. So how does this work? Well, very basically, we have your traditional broadcast signal coming from your terrestrial signal or satellite going to your HbbTV device. The application inside will be triggered by the stream events and get the ad information from Nia Composer. Nia Composer is our solution for ad insertion, which will prepare the ad opportunity for coming from the ad servers, discussing with the ad servers, discussing with different segments for audience segmentation, and we will prepare the ad content. And then right before the ad break, we will have a trigger by the application to replace the ad seamlessly on the end user device. So we will then deliver either MP4 content or Dash content, depending on the client's version. And then this will replace seamlessly the content on the live signal for ads. And what's important here is then we can also get some information about the tracking and the viewability of the ads, and see what has been viewed or not by the audience. So this is one of the benefits. In the next slides, you can see multiple other benefits. I want to focus on two here in the list. The second one that we can see, and I just talked about this, is that the ads are then trackable and measurable. So this gives much more value to your ads, because then the advertisers are really keen to know what has been viewed or not. And this brings me to the other point I wanted to highlight here, which is the third one, is that it increases the revenue of your ads. So what this means is that because your inventory is really targeted to your users, the advertisers will have it has much more value for them to know which ads have been replaced and which ads have been viewed. So all in all, this brings the best of both worlds, the traditional broadcast for the mainstream, and then switching to broadband to get the targeted advertising for the end users.
Thank you for these insights. And of course, we'll hear more on these topics at the symposium in Prague. And you can already see from these presentations and demos today that targeted advertising, addressable TV, ad replacement via HbbTV are going to be key topics of the event in Prague, both at the conference and of course at the booth hosted by the sponsors. So thank you, Philippe, and also to all the other speakers. And I want to just quickly say a couple of words on the symposium. The best way to check out the conference program, to be informed about recommended hotels, the speakers, the sponsors, the venue, and of course the tickets, that's all available on www.hbbtv.org on the website. There you can see the venue, the National House of Vinohrady, a great neo-Renaissance building right in the heart of Prague. conveniently located near the main train station. So if you arrive by train, you can walk to the venue, and if you arrive by airplane, you can use the subway system. There's a tube station right on the opposite side of the main entrance, so it's all conveniently located. There are lots of great hotels around. The list of hotels with special discounts for conference attendees can be found on the website, so please do have a look. And there's also a detailed conference program with the key topics for you. That's all for today. I'll finish with mentioning the next sessions for the three-part HbbTV Demo Live series. So we'll meet each other again in 2 weeks from today on October the 27th. And in November, we have the third session on November the 3rd for the Demo Live series. And look forward to meeting you there. And then, of course, very much to seeing you in Prague. All of these companies will be there for you, and they have lots to let you know. And please get in touch with the representatives, and you'll see what they have to offer to enhance and grow your business. Thank you very much. See you in Prague.
Thank you.
Bye.